say definitively that religions are all bullshit.
Welcome to Brainstorm.
We have the explicit tag for a reason.
This is a base level argument to a higher level morality.
I get paid to science?
To science as much as one can science.
What the hell was my point?
Trigger warning. The Brainstorm podcast will criticize your most cherished beliefs. We attack nonsense in all its forms and discuss difficult subjects. If you peddle pseudoscience, supernatural woo, or religious dogma, then this is not your safe place. This is the home of hardcore skepticism.
Are we ready? All right, we're back.
Let's do stuff.
To those listening live or to our patrons, welcome back. For those listening weekly, welcome to the Shift to Reason Radio, the Brainstorm production that focuses on science outreach and education. We'll try our hand at teaching you a little bit about common skeptical topics, logical fallacies, errors in reasoning, as well as a little bit about religious apologetics. This episode is brought to you by Audible.com. Sign up for your free trial membership and free audiobook at audibletrial.com/brainstorm. Fuck you, Gumby.
Such a shill.
I was just moving my mic. I wasn't going to go off about how audiobooks are bullshit. But,
Fuck you, Gumby. Fuck you.
That was a preemptive fuck you. And just so you know, here's a whole bag of fuck yous with your name on it.
All right. We have some. Let's play our woo bumper.
We have a woo bumper.
Or our this is bullshit.
I'm not a scientist, but if I can tell you your science sucks, then your science really sucks.
That just makes no fucking sense. I mean, it's just bullshit. Fuck.
All right, Gumby. What's your bullshit?
Well, have you ever tried following Jesus on weed?
On weed.
On weed.
So this was published back in February 9th of 2016.
On the bullshit news? Sorry, natural news?
Natural news. So this is legit.
Naturally.
This is proven.
Fact. Okay.
It's real. It's
totally true.
Totally true.
Absolutely.
100%. I was there. Jesus Christ healed the sick using medical marijuana.
No way,
Researchers
did
claim.
he?
First off, that's a bit of a misnomer because it wouldn't be miraculously curing if you're using medicine. So, but anyway.
Well, Jesus did it, so it's a miracle.
Yes. Although some may find the idea a bit challenging to their traditional religious beliefs, there is ample historic and scientific evidence that Jesus was a cannabis user and that he used the plant to heal the sick.
Pardon me?
Jesus was a dirty hippie.
Okay, no. I think you used the words scientific evidence.
Right.
In regards to that.
Because they focused on that, and not on the fact that they actually found Jesus' remains and did some testing of the remains to find out that there's THC in his hair, in his beard.
Who? Okay.
Didn't he rise from the dead?
Say what now?
They can't test his fucking hair.
Okay.
I don't think he was dead. He was just kind of tired.
Oh.
A little bit hungry.
Did he take a coma?
Nap.
He took a coma.
Because one of the last times I smoked weed, I slept for a while.
Oh man, that's the Jesus weed. Out for 3 days.
3 days.
In 2003, High Times magazine, also legitimate scientific,
of course,
reputable source right there.
published an article written by Chris Bennett, which sounds like a really bad
Chris
musician
Bennett.
from the 70s.
Yeah, no, he totally sounds like a stoned fucking hippie.
Titled,
Fuck
Was
you guys.
Jesus a Stoner?
Or somebody who should be in Teen Beat or something.
Which explored the likelihood that cannabis was a key ingredient in the anointing oil used by Jesus and his followers in rituals and for healing purposes. His argument was backed by scholarly works that provided scientific evidence. I don't think anybody knows what the word scientific evidence means.
I feel like we are so far from facts right now.
Did he carry the anointing oil
we
on
have
his
to do a
keychain?
disclaimer that this is in fact not educational, and because we have no facts here.
You have entered the twilight.
This link is from Natural News, so it's legit. That's why it's
Yeah.
factual.
And that was sarcasm. Just in
Heavy-
case you didn't know.
Well, the one part that I found
Heavy
interesting,
sarcasm.
not probably not true, but interesting. Cannabism certainly does sound like the modern day term cannabis, and it was known to be widely used in making the anointing oil. They used over 6 pounds of cannabism.
Right.
In making the oil. Made about 6 quarts with 6 quarts of olive oil. And other fragrant herbs.
And that's how they wrote it in the article.
Is it herb or
Cannabism
herb?
certainly does sound like modern day term
yes.
cannabis.
That's right.
Therefore,
that is some good writing right there.
Certainly
Let's go off of
sounds
Therefore,
nice.
scientific evidence.
Yep.
Because
That's as far as I delved. I didn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Okay.
biblical. Oh my! Wow.
Are we good? Do we need to talk about that more?
can't.
Jesus was a dirty hippie.
I want to get to
Scientifically
Renee's
proven.
story. I'm excited about Renee's
am I.
story. I saved myself for this story because I want to just experience it fresh.
You probably shouldn't have done that.
Oh, damn. I just wanted to have my reaction on the podcast.
All right, Renee. What do you got for us?
Title of this one is Ecosexuals believe having sex with the earth could save it.
And how do they propose that works?
Well,
dig a hole in the ground.
That's
It's like-
some of them.
Is it like
That's
warm
some
apple
of them.
pie?
Is it really? I haven't read the article.
Is it like warm apple pie? Yeah.
Soil here is pretty rocky. I don't know if that
Stalactites all night.
Apparently, this is a movement they've actually been.
Maybe they do it in quicksand.
Well, the way they describe it, I'll try to set it up and then go hard with all the jokes.
Okay.
You know, pun not intended with that last one.
I was restraining myself.
Yeah. But apparently what it is it's a movement where what they want to do is reframe the idea of don't think of it as Mother Earth, think of it as Lover Earth. And that as a sexuality, it spans like the Kinsey scale of, you know, on one end you have people that are just wanting to make earth-friendly, say vegan sex toys and you know,
Hold on a second.
natural-based lube.
Bacon. Don't rub bacon on my dildo, please.
But I feel like this whole changing like Mother Earth to Lover Earth, I feel like Freud might have something to say about that.
Well,
I don't know.
The way they describe it is because a mother, no matter what you do, will forgive you, but a lover will leave you. Okay, let that sink in. But anyway, so where part of this comes from was like it's an art installation. So they do it kind of tongue in cheek, thinking that if you immerse yourself in nature, you will you will become part of it, and you won't continue to fuck it up. Like, no pun intended with that one. And so what they did was they like part of the art installation was they called it like a. What was it? They called it a glory hole where you could stick your arm into a potted, like soil with worms and stuff like that. And, and they had something about a pollen bukkake.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And so and this is just it. It's a movement. Like that was part of the art installation was that. But like I was saying, the spectrum of it goes from people that are earth friendly sex products and to people that roll around in potted soil and have orgasms and jerk off in under waterfalls and do naked hiking and
naked hiking.
Yeah,
naked hiking.
And
so much surface area for the bugs.
In Alabama, In Alabama, it's not Earth lover, it's Earth cousin.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I have a question. Did you do additional research into this, or might this be misrepresented? I don't want to be accused later of we're grossly misrepresenting them because
Fair point.
because
The ecosexual movement will get offended by our misrepresentation.
I just want to do them justice. And
Well,
like,
we're
but they're-
kind of making fun of them, but I didn't really read it, but I did
you
find
sign
the
up?
no, but I did find the Ecosex Manifesto.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Share it with us.
Okay, so we'll go with I don't know if we really want to go into it. It's like
What
Well,
are the-
don't read the whole thing.
no,
What are
but
the
we'll start. We'll start
Can you
with. We'll
preface
start.
it with the everybody has their kink. This just happens to be theirs.
Yeah, that's right.
Theirs
Yes.
is just all natural, so it's got to be good. We are ecosexuals. The earth is our lover. We are madly, passionately, and fiercely in love, and we are grateful to this relationship each and every day. In order to create a more, there's the page, more mutual and sustainable relationship with the earth, we collaborate with nature. We treat the earth with kindness, respect, and affection.
Because I'm an
And so-
eco-sexual.
Yeah,
and-
eco-
I guess one-
Eco-sexual man.
a follow-up question on that is it's I guess I want to draw a distinction. This is
A
not
follow-up question.
like hugging trees. This is not just like kind of metaphoric and hyperbole of
Well,
is it?
being in love with
See,
the
the
earth
thing
and
is,
shit.
the thing is,
Hey.
there's certain elements in this which are serious, but he's gonna make a comment.
There's a big thing that people are forgetting here is that the earth cannot give consent.
Yes.
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 Honestly, I didn't think of that point.
So this would legitimately be raping the earth.
This could be
Yes.
legitimately raping the earth.
Yes.
Not cool.
Mother Earth was just asking for it.
She was just dressed
Shouldn't
so
have dressed
sexy.
like that, eh?
Yeah.
Should have been all warm and moist and inviting.
Naked.
Naked.
Naked Earth.
But like they've actually apparently they've been pushing to get the E added to the LGBTQ acronym.
With another E at the end.
Of
No,
course,
you have
of
to come
course.
after the
I
you have to come after the QIA part of it.
Yeah,
You know?
LGBTQIA.
I think
IOU.
that's-
I don't know, like it's getting. It's
No.
I think it's going to get
fucking-
really confusing on Reddit because I subscribe to Earth porn right now. And it's just going to go downhill.
And like the thing is reading up on this is that there's certain elements of it that are actually kind of serious. Like they're talking about stuff like how getting into the environment, like some of the birth control gets into the water supply and kind of fucks things up. That's not good. Condoms get in. It's like your standard environmentalism issues that are good. And then of course there's the other side where you have the fucking crazies. It's like it's like Jimmy, quit fucking the trees.
Dude, that's not okay.
That's not okay. You've already been banned from 6 greenhouses. Knock it off.
You might actually.
Next thing you know, the Mormons are going to be worried about Earth's modesty, and they're going to be putting a big museum on the Grand
Yes.
Teton Mountain.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, the Teton.
But they claim that there's about 100,000 people that identify as ecosexual.
100,000?
100,000.
that's not enough.
There's like 75,000 people that want to identify as Apache attack helicopters. So.
I love the Earth. I just
Which I would
don't
love to be one
love the Earth.
Yeah. It's more of a platonic thing.
I just really
I-
love the Earth. It's,
I love the Earth. I don't
I
love it.
really love the Earth.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I think the only the bad side of this is like, I mean, like I said, there's certain elements that are I think are good intentioned. But the bad side is that when we start talking about climate change, we got a Trump that denies it. Then when everyone's like, now we have these people that are
Right.
not just hugging the tree. They're going to be the wacky example, when you
It's-
Well, and,
it
and wait.
delegitimizes the
Yeah, that's
a
right.
legitimate
Yeah.
fight for against climate change.
Whatever, it's
This
funny.
is-
yeah, exactly.
But no. It actually goes hand in hand with climate change because isn't the environment already hot enough?
I hate
You have to
you.
heat up the planet.
I hate you so much.
I get what Guppy's trying to say. You don't want to rub Earth's clit too hard.
Right.
Then she'll get turned off and she'll be like, fuck off. That's not how you do it.
I'm just going to shrug the whole human race
Well,
off.
Yeah.
And if you
She'll get pissed and then she will leave you.
She'll
not
dump your
doing it
ass to
right.
the couch.
You're not doing it right.
or what if you do it right? There goes California.
I thought
Florida's
that was a Superman
gone.
movie.
Fuck Holland. Holland is gone.
Because you're going to have flooding and earthquakes.
You know that we call Florida America's wing.
So do we.
Yeah.
Oh man, when the election was going on, there was somebody
polarized
that posted
capsule, man.
the animated GIF of Bugs Bunny sawing off Florida. So
I've actually,
What I can't understand is Florida's so full of old white men that there's no way it shouldn't have been a blue state.
well, if you look at the tip of the penis, that's the most important right there. It's the shaft and the balls that.
But that might have developed like some weird rash or something. I don't know. That's why it's red.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to worry about the chafing.
Well, there goes this episode.
Yeah.
Where we're trying
Totally
to bring
off.
We
the
were so
rails.
on track before.
Yeah.
But you're talking about Earth fuckers. I mean, you got to kind of allow it.
Yeah,
Shut
we
your
were,
fucking face, planet fucker. This is
Captain
the show
Planet
where we're
would come
trying
home and
to
he'd
actually
be like,
educate
what
people,
the
right?
fuck are you doing?
yes, this is the educational portion,
Right.
as much as it ever is.
Yes.
This is still the Brainstorm podcast. That's
Now, a disclaimer: if you are going to fuck the planet, please use protection.
I was just going to say that this is still a brainstorm. Light on the brains, heavy on the storm.
heavy on the storm.
Where's that train wreck sound?
I talk. That's the train wreck.
That's the train wreck. All right. Well, we kind of skipped it in the last half in the other segment, so we'll
God
do
damn it, X.
we'll do a rant and a poem, and then we'll do educational stuff.
Where'd my rant go?
Okay, so
Uh-oh.
we'll go right to the poem first.
No. Where is it? Is it in your pocket?
No, it was right there. Oh, there it is.
It's
You go
underneath
first.
him.
It's nice and warm.
It was literally under his ass.
Under my bum.
He pretty much pulled it out of his ass.
Nobody's ever going to want to come on our show again.
Not for
Hey,
longer
give me
than
enough
the
heads
hour.
up. I'll be here every week.
Did we give you enough warning before you signed up for this?
Were you aware? Yes.
He listened to the last show, apparently.
Yes,
Hey,
yes.
hey, guys.
As opposed to most people, he listened to the show.
For intents and purposes here, I did a show where we would talk about, stuff a lot worse than this. So you guys got it going on. You're fine.
You found something worse than planet fuckers? I don't want to know the details. I don't want to know the details.
Did you hear the episode
Maybe
with the
one day
dead
I'll
baby jokes?
re-release it one of these days. I have them all on the hard drive. But we talked about, we did a top 10 alternatives for like a fleshlight.
Okay, that sounds educational.
I'm intrigued.
I can only think of 6 off the top of my
And
head.
it honestly was one of the best episodes we ever did because we talked about a solo cup filled with gack. The nickel.
like the shit that sounds like it's burping.
And so
What about
so
flow?
every time you'd plunge in, it would be all.
Yeah, that's just
All right.
Yes, okay, back to your. So I'm just trying to say that this is not even close. It's not being as far off the rails as I've been.
Well, we can
before.
pat ourselves on the back then.
Yes, yes, we're
There's hope. There's hope, guys.
There is hope.
we're still
Small
okay.
glimmer.
Now let's have 10 seconds of silence and then enter the rant.
Well, what
It's a
we're gonna
rant,
do
man,
is,
rants.
we have a kind of a rant intro,
and a
but,
disclaimer.
but before we go into the rant intro, we're gonna do our normal disclaimer that we play
Before the
after the
rant.
show, because Gumby has decided to do something as offensive as possible.
Because the warning should be written before the spell.
No, yes,
Right?
thank you.
Yes,
Great
yes.
joke.
That's from a show.
yes. Okay,
This
so
is
let's
an
do that.
opinion-based podcast. Each person on the podcast is responsible for their own opinions, and those opinions don't necessarily reflect the views of the rest of the panel. Any guests or anyone associated with the people on the podcast, such as spouses, partners, children, other family members, friends, or employers. No one person speaks for the podcast with the possible exception of Corey, and he doesn't speak for anyone else on the show. The Brainstorm podcast does not represent the views of our sponsors.
Fucking what the fucking fuck? Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking. How did you do fucking fucks? Fuck!
Well, it certainly illustrates the diversity of the word.
That's awesome.
All right, so it's Remembrance Day. And I think we've done a good job of honoring everybody so far. But about 6 days ago, somebody was giving me shit for not wearing a poppy. And I tried to explain to them why I don't wear a poppy. And so I decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to throw out a rant about why I don't wear a poppy.
Okay.
So my rant is called, the poppy. I'm not wearing one. Now, before anyone jumps on me for disrespecting our veterans or not having any sense of moral obligation to those who gave their lives for my freedom, don't waste your breath telling me I'm ungrateful or unpatriotic. Just stop. I have a huge sense of respect and enormous gratitude for those that went overseas and gave their lives in the front lines and trenches fighting fascism, especially those that were drafted. In fact, because I'm an atheist, I likely have a much deeper sense of gratitude than those that died. As I see it, without an afterlife to go to or a new life to be resurrected into, these people gave up their very existence. And because of their sacrifice, I get to sit here in this nice, comfortable studio and tell you why I won't be wearing the felt flower that symbolizes their death. My gratitude is deep, it's very strong, and it's mine. It's my gratitude. It's not the gratitude of a nation. Sure, the nation's grateful, but these people died for my personal freedoms, for my right as an individual, not as a subservient drone that places a red symbol on his lapel so that he can display his allegiance to the cause that they died for, at the hands of other people that were fighting for their cause. My gratitude, however, is different from those that were enlisted since World War II. For them, I have a gratitude that runs parallel to the feelings I have for that guy that's running the snowplow on the highway in the winter, or the woman that is going into a burning house to bring people out, or the person that's sitting in the back of the ambulance administering life-saving emergency medical services. These people are professionals. They took these roles as a livelihood, and they're all working to help others. Just most of them aren't trained to murder other people. But the main reason, and what absolutely stops me from putting on this pin, that the poppy to me now also indicates support for all actions and decisions of my country's military. I don't agree with joining the fight. I didn't agree with joining the fights in Kuwait, in Desert Storms. I was against our involvement in the actions in the Middle East after 9/11. I completely loathe any military action that kills civilians, either in wholesale manner or intentional targeting. The way the military complex seems to protect those at the top of the chain of command at all costs is very similar in my mind to the systemic problems with the police protecting their own. The way military culture treats women and anyone that isn't a straight male soldier. But yes, the people that were gathered up and thrown into either world war experience things I can't fathom. Yeah, I think we should revere and honor those that died serving this country. But come on, lest we forget, really, at the rate the world is going, we will never see peace for long enough to forget the horrors of war. We will continue to grind people to dust under the heels of governments, bickering over fake invisible lines and power struggles over who gets to hold that power. So go ahead, glorify your military, pin that poppy to the lapel of your coat to honor the dead that gave everything for you, and walk right past the homeless vet and give him nothing.
Dude, that was so not as offensive as you led me to believe it was.
You have no idea how hard I had to pare that down.
That was very thoughtful.
That was awesome.
I appreciated much of that.
That was well said. That was really well said.
I think the disclaimers might have been slight overkill.
Yeah, I agree.
It wasn't nearly as
Well, no,
offensive.
it's a very strong opinion
yeah,
piece.
It is
a strong opinion, but
Yeah.
it is not offensive. It is thoughtful and well reasoned. If somebody's offended by that, then they are as
Wrong.
thin-skinned as they accuse the PC culture of being. So, all right. So we have
Also, my throat really hurts. Otherwise, I would have been yelling most of it and would have sounded a lot rantier.
Well, okay.
Damn it.
That's fair. So we have a
Sucks.
poem.
The challenge was I had a poem to write, and Gumby had a rant. So here we go. This took me a long time. It took me a long time, and I think I just had performance anxiety. I don't know, because I haven't read a poem since, like, Beavertail Lodge back in the day.
That's fine.
I like Beavertail.
Beavers are great.
I don't think he meant what you meant.
Well, I meant it with a comma between the two words. Or with an and or between the two words.
I thought beavers were assholes.
No. Beavers are vaginas. It's Canadian euphemism.
You're
and our
familiar
national
with that.
animal is a beaver. So
Is it really?
Yes.
Yeah.
just like yours is a overglorified vulture.
Yeah, it's a stupid fucking bird. It's nothing like Utah where we have a fucking state dog.
You do?
Yeah, our state bird is the California seagull. What the fuck is wrong with you, Utah?
That doesn't make any
It's some
sense.
other state's bird.
That doesn't make any sense.
You don't even have an ocean.
Well, we do have a dead ocean in the middle. Like literally 5 miles from where I live, I can go plunge myself into the Salt Lake. if I wanted to.
Your state bird is a shithawk. That's awesome.
Yeah, shithawk,
It's
yeah.
a rat with wings. A bunch
Yep.
of assholes. Anyway,
Yep.
poem. Sorry.
Okay. I don't think I hope I offend people, but the people that are listening to this podcast won't be offended by this.
They're already ready. For
I
these
hope I am.
I wrote this because of the saying that girls marry their fathers. It's kind of a
Fuck,
take
I
on
hope
that.
not. God.
I thought that was
You were way
Freudian.
deep in the
That was
religion.
just Freudian.
It's Freudian, sort of.
But it's very pop culture, pop
Yeah.
psychology.
But bear with me here. Okay. I tried to find a man just like my heavenly father. Someone who was absent and left no evidence, only stories. I looked for someone who teased me with true love but only gave me heartache. Maybe I didn't love him enough. I looked for he who was high on his pedestal, the one who expected me to kneel for him. Where was the one who blessed others but left me in the dark? I looked, and it turns out he's a misogynist asshole who gives cancer to kids if he exists at all. I'm good without him, thanks. There you go. That was it.
good.
I like it.
You get cancer. You get cancer.
I like it.
The only thing I could think of is, what that first part of the poem kind of led back to the pole dancing, except usually the cause for most girls to go into stripping.
Yeah.
The one thing
Yeah.
I was thinking is if you're looking for your God in a husband, all you have to do is find somebody that's going to knock you up and run away.
That's true, too, Like,
Which
there was,
which is in Saskatchewan, God's pretty fucking busy.
yeah.
God did grab Mary by the pussy, so.
And he's given everyone chlamydia, too. Fucking Saskatoon. Oh, sorry.
And AIDS. There's a huge AIDS outbreak.
There's a
up
huge AIDS outbreak.
Everybody has AIDS.
AIDS.
Back to Team
AIDS
America.
for you and AIDS for you.
I'm watching that.
AIDS.
It's It's not about trust. It's about trust, Gary. So much fun. So much fun.
This is a fun episode.
I hope it translates well to our listeners.
I'm sure it will.
I think we will come off exactly as we sound right now.
I think most of our are we in multiple languages now?
We're in multiple countries.
Well,
But we're not in multiple
Well,
languages.
I guess we do have Gumby, and then we have English.
That's right.
Gumblish.
Nihongo o shaberu.
That sounded cool.
Yeah, it's
I know
Japanese.
Low German.
We actually need to do a video of this and have that guy, the like I was saying at supper. So no actual audio, just have that guy doing the
Sign language?
Sign language, it ain't
that
sign
didn't know how to
language.
do sign language.
Making shit up.
The fake sign language.
The
Yeah,
fake
but then you got to pay somebody to do ASL for the video, and it just wouldn't work.
Really, all you need though is for sign language, because the language we use is a whole lot of middle fingers. Really,
Or a bunch of like donuts and fingers.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great.
Yes.
so much for the education.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wanted to say this last episode, but I forgot. I know this has no bearing, but next Halloween I plan on dressing up as a troll and just walking around and butting into people's conversations and calling them idiots and losers.
Wrong.
Oh, jeez.
I think that'll be the
Wrong.
funnest costume ever.
That would be the
Nasty
most
woman.
fun, but you
Nasty.
might also get beaten up.
I'm also a very large man. I can take a bit of damage.
Yeah, that's fair.
This time next year, you're going to be ripped because Corey's going to train you. Challenge accepted?
Challenge accepted.
No, I told him like 2 days ago. that-
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Also, next episode, you do a rant, I'll do a poem.
Yeah.
There, done.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Dirty limericks don't count.
Dirty limericks don't
Oh,
count.
shit.
Damn it.
Robin liked your poem.
Thanks. Thanks, Robin.
If you like what we're doing and want to help us keep the lights on, go become a patron at patreon.com/brainstorm podcast. You can hear the bonus half hour that we record every episode and get a shout out when you support the show. Become a patron for just $1 an episode at patreon.com/brainstorm podcast. Or you can support the show by ordering a t-shirt, mug, or other gear from our store at caffeepress.ca/brainstorm podcast gear. If you can't afford to become a patron or buy gear, then why not give us a rating or write a review on iTunes or Stitcher? Every rating makes it easier for people to find us. Thanks for your support.
We are given one life, full of billions of small and large decisions. To be somebody, to change, to be kind, to give hope, to become a better person, and to leave a lasting impact on this planet. It is a decision to be made every single day while your heart is still beating. We've made our decision. Absence of Clothing. Atheist and science-based apparel and merchandise, donating 50% of our profits to charity. Look good and feel good, without God. Check us out at absenceofclothing.com and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest for discount codes and other sweet swag.
Use the code BRAINSTORM at absenceofclothing.com and get 10% off.
Hey there, I'm VP Quinn of High Level Games, a tabletop role-playing game podcast and web community. I and my trusty sidekick and producer monkey, the assistant to the regional manager, Joel, hello, talk about various pen and paper role-playing game products in an always interesting and sometimes funny way. We are a for gamers by gamers podcast that looks at how to make these games more awesome for the fans. Check us out on iTunes, follow us at HLG_corporate on Twitter, like our page on Facebook, or just go to highlevelgames.ca for more information. High Level Games, the industry's first choice in taking your games to the next level.
Okay. So we'll do our skepticism, our common skeptical topic, and then that should be just about it for the episode today. So today we cover chiropractic. The sigh, the head.
I'll admit, I read the article and I did not know most of the woo of
Yeah, it's pretty bad actually. Hey,
Yeah, I mean, I've gone to chiropractors like a couple times, and they actually help, but they didn't go into any of that bullshit.
Right, right. So I guess the basic idea of classical chiropractic is that subluxations are the cause of most medical problems. A subluxation, is that right?
Subluxation, SUB.
Subluxation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is a misalignment of the spine that allegedly interferes with nerve signals from the brain.
Well, you
However,
just got to get those kinks out of that extension cord and it'll work just fine.
that's right. Yeah, exactly.
Just untwist it. Yeah.
Yeah,
good.
untwist it, and then it's just fine.
That's
yeah.
right.
And then your paralyzed hand will just start working again, and
Yeah.
your finger will grow back, whatever.
You just gotta
Unfortunately,
twist
much like an extension cord, there's no proof that untwisting it will do a fucking thing. So,
damn it.
Yes. On May 25th,
dumb.
it is just dumb. On May 25th, 2010, the General Chiropractic Council of a UK-wide statutory body with regulatory powers issued the following statement. The chiropractic vertebral subluxation complex is an historical concept, but it remains a theoretical model. It is not supported by any clinical research evidence that would allow claims to be made that it is the cause of disease or health concerns. And yet, many chiropractors still use this as the basis of their practice.
You know, this UK-wide statutory body, I got to be the grammar Nazi here because this is English. This is their fucking native language.
Yes.
The vertebral subluxation complex is an historical.
Ahistorical. It's ahistorical. You dumb fuck.
Or wait, let's see. We're not doing a British historical. There you go.
Historical.
There you go.
The way
And
they pronounce
historical.
it, an
Let's just,
AN is correct.
let's just negate the H's everywhere we go.
Well, yeah, if you negate the H, that's right. It's an historical.
Yes, it's
An historical concept.
But the thing is, they say history and they say H.
H.
Oh.
History.
See, the only problem is that depends if you're on, you know.
I lived in Ireland and they said H, but
H.
You can tell, you know, that what's that old joke? You can tell where someone, you know, in England, you can tell someone where they grew up by their accent.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you lived on 23rd Street. You know, like,
yeah.
Well, then again, you guys do Z, don't you? It's
Yeah.
not
we
Z.
do.
yeah,
Yeah,
use
we're
that.
right, and you're wrong.
ZZ.
No, that's fine. I'm completely willing to concede that. But
You say ZZ top.
no. ZZ. Or
ZZ.
YYZ. There you go. That's what it is.
ZZ top.
also, why do Americans just decide to delete letters out of words? I've always wondered that.
We do
Yeah.
RE,
Like,
and
no,
you
like-
guys do ER.
No, like color.
Yeah, there's a U or U there originally.
Yeah.
I
but
think it was
somehow in America it doesn't matter.
Which
Yeah.
this has nothing to do with chiropractic, but I think part of that.
I used to play a lot of Warhammer 40K, so I'm used to the U. So
Well, I think where some of it came from is honestly that's how the Brits do it. We're doing it this way.
Yeah.
fuck you, Britain.
Yeah, fuck you,
Totally.
Britain.
We're going to have our own English.
Hey, you guys don't get to say shit. You made Caillou.
Oh, fuck. God.
Yeah, sorry
Guilty
about
as
that.
charged.
I'm sling onto that one all goddamn
Oh,
show.
sorry.
Thank you.
You know what?
That's fine.
Sorry.
You know what? Normally
Duly noted.
Normally somebody says, you know, fuck
Did you
you
just
because
apologize for Caillou? No, don't apologize. Own that shit.
No, I fucking
No.
hate that
we hate
kid.
Caillou.
That
We
whiny
hate
little
Caillou
bitch.
and,
No.
I will not let my child watch that.
I-
Fuck no.
Frankly,
Hey,
I
but you
wish
get
it
to-
had
you guys-
never happened.
You guys do get to claim. We'll get back to chiropractic, in a minute, but you guys get to claim the victory because you guys have SCTV.
Did.
Yes.
And you guys
Did,
are
yeah.
responsible for John Candy.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
responsible for everybody that was on that cast and Strange Brew. So you can
Yes.
say,
Yes.
fuck you, America. We got Strange Brew.
That's true.
But,
that is
but
true.
most Americans bitch at us because we're also responsible for Bieber.
And
And-
Nickelback.
And
responsible for Nickelback.
and
not-
Celine
not
Dion.
Canada.
But Caillou is far more offensive than all of that put together.
Yes.
You actually hit a nerve when you said Caillou.
You did.
Yeah,
You
You're
did.
like, oh, God damn it, the fucking yank came on the show.
Yeah, it's-
talking about Cailloux. You're not welcome on my futon anymore, asshole.
If you would have said
It's a
Celine
shitty
Dion,
futon.
if you would have said Celine Dion, we would have laughed at you. Like,
No, actually,
your
I actually
problem.
I have a Celine Dion story if you guys want to hear that.
Please share.
Sure.
I was in Vegas getting married with my wife in 2007, and we went to Caesar's Palace just to go shopping one night after the wedding. And we noticed that there was this whole crowd of like Asian people. I don't know, that doesn't really matter, but like they were crowded around this jewelry store in the middle of Caesar's Palace, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like the door was shut, nobody was going in, and here I am towering over everybody else. I could see what's going on in the store. And there's Celine Dion shopping at this jewelry store like around Christmas time, like buying some stuff, and just it was really fucking sublime. It was just weird to have like not only is Celine Dion shut down the store so she could buy whatever she wants for Renee,
Yeah.
but at the same time it's like there's this ocean of Asian like people taking photographs, like the terrible 80s like joke of like, oh, Asian people, they carry cameras around everywhere. No, they literally had that shit. And like, but the funny thing is I'm like 6'3", so I'm like standing at least a head above everybody else. So I'm like, oh, I can see easily into the store. And so I took a picture of it. It was like, God, it was fucking weird.
That is
because
weird.
this is the time where she had her show in Vegas. And
That's
she
right.
was playing there all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it
so
was
that's-
weird that these Asian people were all gathered around staring at her,
Well,
taking pictures. So then you got in there, stared at her, and took her picture.
No, I'm like
That's what I'm
15
taking out of
feet
that.
Picture of
behind
Asian
everybody,
people taking her
15
picture.
feet behind everybody, and I'm still able to take a picture. I mean, we're talking like iPhone 1 at the time, so it's not really a good picture.
Really grainy.
Yeah, but it's just really funny that like nobody else is crowding around. Nobody gives a shit about celebrity except for, you know, she must be really big over in other countries. So, I mean,
She's huge in Japan. Probably.
must be. Fuck.
Most of us
So-
are.
I was going to say it's figuratively and literally.
There was a
Literally,
great T-shirt I saw for sale one time where it had a clown with his fingers out to like 10 or 12 inches apart from each other. It says, "I'm big in Japan."
Was that on T-shirt hell?
But yeah, it actually was. I think.
I love going to that website. I can't buy anything on there, but I laugh my ass off of those.
favorite
It's
T-shirt
it's
from those guys
4chan
is-
for t-shirts.
Yeah.
What's your favorite T-shirt?
My favorite T-shirt it was the Beyond Hell section of the website where you can get
Oh
to
yes, yes.
where it had Hitler holding like a bunch of like flowers in his hand or something like that. And says, "Yeah, but what about the good things that Hitler did?"
Jesus.
See, we all laugh, but there is a solid argument there.
I like the stop clubbing baby seals one.
Yeah.
You're gonna love President Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
So much
My-
T-shirt
the
fodder.
favorite shirt I bought off of T-shirt Hell was Necrophilia. Lay back and crack open a cold one.
I think we're totally like
That
education
reminds
out
me
the,
of
out the window.
a Cannibal Corpse T-shirt. I can't remember what it was exactly, but it was similar necrophilia joke type.
Oh my gosh.
Back when that was like not a common joke, but it was. It was Cradle of Filth, is what it was. It wasn't Cannibal Corpse. It was a Cradle of Filth shirt.
Is
Hey,
that
Gumby,
now a
this-
common joke?
Yes,
This one's for
It
you,
is.
Gumby.
it's a joke that occurs. That's right.
Sorry.
If I had my own theme music playing when I went,
That would be it.
That
wouldn't
would be it. Yeah.
that or just a Knight Rider sound. Because I'm about as legit as the Hoff, right?
Approximately.
Roughly.
Yeah, roughly.
Chiropractor.
Chiropractic. Oh yeah, we were doing something.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Done.
Okay.
That's bullshit. Next.
So
For our listeners, the reason why we have so much trouble when we go to talk about stuff like
it's
this
Gumby's fault.
is we all know it's bullshit, and it's really hard to delve into something that
'Cause
that we
nobody's
just
trying
want
to defend
dismiss
it.
it.
Well, no,
Nobody's like, no, but serious, you guys.
I have like all these notes that like say like, okay, well, this is why it's bullshit, and these are the scientific studies, but we never get to that part.
Because I have asshole guests that take down Celine Dion.
Yes, yes, it's the guest's fault. Yes.
Yeah, it's not Gumby derailing everything. No.
Yeah, it's
No.
not one of our regular crew members at all. It's
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here waiting for you to talk about
So
it.
I'm going to skim over part of this now.
Not to be lazy.
So apparently in 1895, D.D. Palmer came up with this idea. He was a grocer and a magnetic healer from Davenport, Iowa.
Magnetic healer. Okay.
Magnetic healer.
How do you heal magnets?
He was a vitalist who considered intelligent energy to be conveying information among various body parts. He called this vital energy innate intelligence and claimed it was connected to a universal intelligence. Universal.
The woo goes even deeper.
It goes even deeper. Palmer claimed
Underground.
that he cured a deaf man, Harvey Lillard, who was a janitor by trade, by manipulating his spine. Which, of course, nobody can confirm.
Did he cure a leper, too?
No, just a deaf guy.
Just a deaf guy.
only partially Jesus-ing then.
Not
Come on.
Jesusing at all. He figured he tapped into this universal thing.
Maybe they'll
Don't
canonize
be
him in
silly,
200
Gumby.
years.
It's
Yeah.
not Jesus. Don't be
It's
silly.
not Jesus. What?
I said it's not. Only
One-
partially Jesus-ing.
One miracle. Check.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm making it up.
You're supposed to be on my team.
You're feeding the troll.
I
You're
am.
feeding the troll.
I
I'm going to look up the
am.
requirements to be Jesus while you do this.
Hey, y'all got any goats? I got a bridge.
All right. I'm going to try again. Most support for chiropractic comes from testimonials of people who have claimed to have been helped by manipulation. And most of these testimonials have come from people who believe their back pain was alleviated by spinal manipulation. Whether the manipulation is any more effective than a back rub, hot creams, exercise, or time is questionable. The clinical evidence indicates that a treatment of something like ibuprofen and exercise is just as effective as chiropractic for relieving back pain. And there is no scientific evidence that correcting these so-called misalignments by manipulation has anything to do with relief from pain. Chiropractic is often touted as safer than drugs or surgery, but that is not necessarily true, and neck manipulation has often been linked to strokes and
Death.
Yes.
as we
Just straight
covered
up death.
in our last episode. Somewhat. We somewhat covered it in our last episode. Ultimately, it would seem that chiropractic is a practice based on pseudoscience, for which there is no good evidence showing that it does good, and there is some evidence that it can in fact be harmful. Combine that with the more extreme chiropractors who try to administer chiropractic adjustment in lieu of real treatment for real diseases, and it seems that chiropractic is a harmful practice. Any more thoughts and or jokes?
My thought is I went to the doctor on Saturday
It's
because
no joke.
when I started going to the gym last week, I really fucked up my right leg to the point where my right leg was far more sore than my left leg, and I was worried that something was structurally wrong. I went to the doctor, and he recommended going to the chiropractor, and I was tremendously disappointed because he recommended that.
Yeah.
Tremendously.
Some
I
doctors
hear
do
ya.
that because it's been in the culture so long that it's considered a
I mean, when I
normal practice.
when I hurt my back, like, 6-7 years ago now, like I was moving, lifted a box, felt something go pop. I swear I heard it go pop.
Right.
I went, I'll feel that tomorrow, and then just my back's been fucked ever since. And when I went to the doctor, he suggested I do spinal Pilates.
Spinal Pilates.
I've never heard of that.
Yes.
Do you know what that entails?
As far as I could tell, it was just doing fucking Pilates for a course of 6 courses or 6 classes for $150.
Wow.
Needless to say, I didn't do that.
You guys remember I went to the doctor about my back?
Yes.
And he well, not my doctor, because my doctor is good. This quack recommended I go get Reiki.
Which is why you haven't gone back.
Which is why I haven't gone back.
I'm not touching you, the medicine.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is supposed to work. Woo.
Did you feel that? Did you feel that? Totally touched your chakra.
X, I have a question for you, X. So I've put this to the crew here, and they think it's wrong. So
He did air quotes. He
Yeah,
did
you
air
may
quotes.
not
Air
have seen
quotes.
that, but he put air quotes in the
a lot.
wrong.
Almost every healthcare provider, if you have insurance, here at least, covers things like homeopathy, chiropractic, basically all the woo is covered up to a certain amount every year.
I will straight up yell at a doctor if he offers homeopathic.
No, but like your coverage, does your coverage cover that kind of stuff?
Here in America, you're kind of fucked no matter, even if you have insurance, it doesn't really. Okay, so
cover
if,
shit.
if you have a health savings account where they take money pre-tax out of your checking account, or not checking account, your monthly check, whatever the fuck you get from your job,
Yeah.
they put it into a separate kind of account, which is called a flex spending account.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get to spend that on hardly anything anymore. It used to be you could buy like Band-Aids, you could buy aspirin, you could buy whatever you needed with it. Nowadays, they've got it locked down so hard, it has to be like prescriptions or doctor's visits and stuff like that. It can't be homeopathy. It can't be cough syrup. It can't be anything simple like that.
Well, at
So it
least that's
expects
the
you to
thing.
pay out of pocket for a lot of that stuff. So, no, we don't get covered for a lot of shit in this country. A lot of homeopathy, stuff like that has to come directly out of pockets, which makes it even more fucked up because people are spending real money, not government money,
On bullshit.
on bullshit.
Well,
yes.
I mean private carrier insurance. So if you buy insurance, health
Most
insurance.
of our insurance does not cover that kind of thing.
See,
because-
ours does, which is bullshit. So I'm paying into my health coverage every month through work, and I get $1,000 a year in homeopathic crap and in alternative medicine crap. So I thought, why don't I just open up a clinic, call it snake oil, which is call it snake oil.
Call it Gumby's Hammer Therapy. You come in, we smack you with a hammer. And
No,
it
no.
works.
And then, so people come in for their homeopathic treatment, and I give them half their money back.
It sounds like the Bob. What the fuck is it? The Church of Slack, whatever the fuck it is. The Church of the Subgenius, where if you do not go to heaven in the afterlife, we give you twice the money back or something like that.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that fake company that in case the rapture happens, if you pay them, they will take care of your pets when you're gone?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it wasn't real, but
You
that
can
would
buy
have been a wonderful-
alien abduction insurance.
That shit's okay, but I can't have my clinic.
It's not okay. It's not okay.
You're doing it wrong. You're so wrong. Humans. What are you doing?
So that alien abduction insurance is an actual thing?
Yes.
Does it ensure that you get abducted by aliens?
It doesn't insure you, but in case it happens, you're covered. Now the
So-
fun part is, of course, is proving it.
If you just
The
have a
worst
red,
part-
if you have a red asshole from rectal probe,
You need
That
more
could be
lip-
from anything.
Prove that it was aliens and not just an interesting weekend.
I
Or-
can prove it.
Or just a regular flight into the U.S.
My
If
wife
you're-
is a very much she's not a believer in a lot of this stuff, but like she doesn't have the skeptic brain that I have, where it's like, oh well, my grandma had her like foot reading done, and like she was telling her all sorts of details about everything that was going on with her life. I'm like, yeah, it's called Google, like, or it's called cold reading, where she
cold
guesses
reading.
a lot of shit.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Like, well, how did she know this detail? I'm like, lucky guess.
'Cause she went through
she looked
30
around
options
the house
and
when she
that's
got
when you
there and she saw
remember.
some stuff. You don't know. You don't know. You should keep an open mind about things, and that to me just makes me bang my head on the microphone. Keep an open mind. No.
Here's the thing. Actually, I do know. You can't read minds. You can't talk to the dead. That's things that are just made up.
but no. See, me and Grandma, we went and my grandma got her palm read. And she's 92 years old, and the lady said, I see here that you survived a great. There was a war.
Yeah, you're 92
and there was some
you
hardships.
survived through some hardships.
Wow, how about that?
Go figure, eh? Oh, jeez.
For me, I haven't. My oldest, she's very much anytime anybody says anything about Jesus, God, or anything like that, she just kind of giggles about the whole thing. Like, she's 8,
Good for
she does
her.
this,
Good for
and I'm
her.
like, wow, that's my kid, and
That's
like
fantastic.
it pisses my wife off, and it pisses off the grandparents because my wife's not a true believing Mormon or anything. She's very much a nun, but she doesn't claim atheism. As much as I try to rationally tell her, no, you're an atheist. No, I'm not. Do you have an active belief in a God? Well, no. Well, then you're an atheist. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I bucked that term for a while though. I didn't start actually identifying one until as one.
Did you go with the agnostic thing for a while?
Never.
Oh, well, thank goodness you didn't do that because that was me for a year or two.
Yeah, I did that for a while myself.
I look back and I'm like, what an asshole.
I was all about the universe juice for a while, but
Well, I think the agnostics are the pretentious
everything
ones.
happens for a reason.
I need proof. I need
that for a
God to
bit.
prove to me that He exists because I'm important and special. And when that happens, I'll believe in Him.
But yeah, our insurance definitely does not cover anything woo most of the time because
it doesn't cover anything.
Yeah, pretty much. you guys have co-pays up there in the
No.
Great White North?
No, we don't.
Let's not. Don't tell him. Don't tell him because
We don't want you to feel
We don't
bad.
want him to cry.
No, because honestly, that's like a more recent thing, and it hurts my fucking brain to think about it. I'm like, hey, I need to see the doctor. Something's wrong with me. Give me $20. Like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, what we have is we have free health care.
Oh, yeah, I know about that.
When I went to the doctor on Saturday, I walked into the Mediclinic at 9:00, and they were like, "Yeah, come back at noon." And I opened my wallet to give them my health card, and that was it. And then I walked
I've got to
out.
schedule a colonoscopy, but I also need to make sure I set aside a couple of $1,000 just in case it's not covered by insurance.
Well,
so I don't die by ass cancer.
I got a requisition for an X-ray, and I don't have to pay for anything. I just go and get my X-ray, and then the results are forwarded to the doctor.
Also, we don't have to pay $10,000 a month for prescriptions.
That's true.
Drugs are cheap.
I'm lucky since I'm young. I don't have to worry about that yet. But President Trump is going to make everything wonderful. He's going to make America.
Because he's going to replace
I'll keep that
Obamacare with
futon just for you.
something wonderful, something
No,
great.
he actually came out of that today, and he's like, I might not replace Obamacare. He actually
Oh
said
yeah, I did read that. They might
Yeah.
amend the Obamacare. Yeah,
because he can't.
Because
because he's going to find out that everything he promised.
class action lawsuits.
Yeah, that's right. He
Yeah.
can't actually do that.
That's
All right.
That's a new show. You can't do that in presidency.
You can't do that. Yeah. So let's do some feedback and such. We have no new patrons, no new iTunes reviews, but we did get some comments on our Patreon posts. Sorry.
Sweet.
Will commented that he is now listening to the Secular Barbershop because of Uber being on our show.
Neat.
And also he really appreciates Lisa as a new crew member and thinks that she'll be a good addition.
She's good people.
She certainly seems like it.
And she's smart.
Well, she sure seems smarter
Not
than
sure
you.
how she'll.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah, that's a low bar.
I was just going to say.
She went to
No,
school
she seems
twice
smarter
as
than
long
me
as I
too.
did.
So it's not like I'm really being a smartass. She's smarter than I am, for sure. Just like everybody else here. But so hopefully
I agree, but I've known you longer than anybody else here.
hopefully everybody people will start commenting on our Patreon posts, so I can comment back, and I'll start uploading episodes directly to Patreon like I did this last one. But if I have to drop the bit rate too much, then I will start splitting the episodes.
Yeah, that 100 megabyte cap is bullshit.
Yeah, it's really shitty.
You're getting a chunk of my monthly fucking Patreon, and you can't give me over 100 megs? Fuck you.
Yeah, that's right. So we, other than that, we only got one email this set of 2 weeks from Stephanie, who I believe is the Stephanie who is also a patron. She says, love your show. Just wanted to take a moment to let you know how much I appreciate this show. I work in an office setting, and knowing an episode of The Brainstorm will be in my iTunes makes Monday and Tuesday mornings suck so much less.
Oh,
although my company is public and does not endorse any religion or political viewpoints, being an atheist in my office is exhausting. Half my coworkers have large whiteboards with Bible verses jutting out of the aisle of their cubicles and large crosses on top of cabinets in line of her view every time she stands up.
That sucks.
Prayer meetings are organized when someone is having a hard time. They stopped inviting her after she didn't show up to any of them. No. She says, I know I could contact HR, but I think it would be more trouble than it's worth. And if others were told not to read their Bible out loud during lunch hour, the office atheist would obviously be to blame.
Wow.
My reprieve comes from putting headphones on and listening to podcasts such as yours and microwaving my baby leftovers.
Yeah.
The Asian ones taste the best. Kind of like built-in teriyaki sauce.
But you're just hungry a half hour later.
What's that flavor? Umami? Is that?
I just got like a very bad kind of vision that this is how fucking Trump started. Like at some point, some idiot just like, oh, we should just build a wall.
Just you wait, Canada. Soon enough. Soon enough.
She continues. Since listening to your show, I have changed my mind on many things I was previously sure about, GMOs being the biggest example. Thank you for tackling issues of misinformation like this and citing the sources. The more outlets for people to access actual science, the better. And then she goes on to say, P.S. Gumby, you're an asshole. I love it. Never stop being you.
Aww.
So
that's high praise.
There's no worry about that.
So yeah, that was our email. I know I felt that was pretty good. I emailed her back, kind of apologizing for the last episode because I kind of felt it was super painful for you and me to be bickering back and forth about pedantic bullshit.
which we enjoy doing.
Yeah, but apparently it didn't bother her any.
Good.
She enjoyed
Good to
it.
know.
So
Guys, as a frequent listener, it didn't bother me either.
good,
Cool.
good.
Sweet.
It was painful for me to listen to.
I saw the Facebook post after.
That was pretty terrible, but as long as listeners enjoy it, that's fine.
Sweet.
So if you want to get in touch with us, just send an email to mail@brainstormblog.net or go to our website, www.brainstormblog.net, and go to the contact page.
You can tell Corey's old because he says www.
Yeah, well. There are still podcasts who say /.
Ugh.
So,
Ew.
so I'm not the oldest one out there.
Nope.
We also have very comprehensive show notes. I don't know if anybody notices this, but
Corey works fucking hard.
I do a lot of effort here, people.
And then we ruin it.
Hey, it's not as bad as it used to be when I used to just voluntarily or say that shit would be on our website later.
Yeah, and then I'd have to just fucking figure it out.
That was a highlight of my night every time.
So before we get into our plug your stuff segment, let's go with our let me know. I'll let you know about our demographic survey. There's a link at the top with all our website sections, or you can type in survey.libsyn.com/brainstorm podcast. So, X.
www.
Yeah.
Why don't you plug your stuff first?
Hey, everybody, come check out my website, UtahOutcast.com. We're also on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitter, Instagram, all sorts of fucking places. It's Utah Outcasts. We do weekly news you missed. We do Fun with Real Audio, which is essentially the way the Cog Disc does their thing, where We play some horrible right-wing audio and we comment over it. We have a weekly segment that we do that rotates throughout the month. So we have geek stuff sometimes. We have top 10s that we do, all sorts of fun things. We have rants. God damn it, it's a good time. And just because the show says Utah Outcast doesn't mean it is based specifically in Utah. We talk about everywhere. But sometimes you might catch some local stuff because Utah is a fucking weird beast. It is a weird fucking place. And I'm never going to move because it's beautiful. And at the same time, Mormons are just passive aggressive. They never get aggressive. It's funny as hell. You can insult them to their face and be like, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. So anyway, UtahOutcast.com. We're on iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, just about, I mean, literally just Google Utah Outcast. You can find us fucking everywhere. I have done my job as an SEO manager and made sure it's fucking everywhere. So.
And there will be some links in the show notes, as usual.
And we do international stuff, so Canadians, don't worry. We talk about all the stuff.
I can attest to the fact that they talk about all kinds of issues, all kinds of places.
For you as a listener, because what was the town that we talked about that was nearby you, where the Noah's Ark guy was setting up? Moose Jaw. Yeah, there you go.
Yes, that's right.
Fucking hilarious,
right?
I'm excited.
Fuck.
At least you guys can pile. You guys can pile in the car and go to it. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not even that far. It's like a half-hour drive.
Yeah, it's really close to here.
Yeah.
So.
See, I'm glad you folks up north have an understanding of what distance is. When you talk to people that live on the East Coast and you're like, oh, yeah, it's only 20 miles away. And they're like, oh, 20 miles. That's like going.
That's close.
That's like going to Pennsylvania. It's so hard. It's like
I measure in time. I don't measure in fucking.
Well, I mean,
time's what matters.
If you're measuring in miles, then you're basically measuring a mile a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
Measuring by how many times your kid is like, "Are we there yet?" Something. I'm hungry.
Like I drive 2.5 hours for doctor's appointments one way.
Yep.
So fuck hell, man.
When I'm on shift, I drive 2 hours to work every day and 2 hours back.
It's because you're dumb.
No, it's because
the money's good.
Well,
if they're not paying your per diem, you're
dumb. You can say it.
It's a matter of opportunity.
Everybody has their blind spot.
Yeah.
Because the other choice would have been stay living in Weyburn.
Yes. Just Google that place.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
I could have done that.
I'm going to pretend like I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Totally, man.
They have
Weyburn's
a
a
KFC
place-
buffet.
Yeah.
Those still exist? What?
They do. It's a
the last
relic.
one.
It's a
It's the last
relic, but
one.
it's there.
Weyburn's a place where they
Yes.
Weyburn's a place where they perfected LSD.
Oh, really?
Though they don't
Yeah.
think it's perfected. A lot of people are still trying to perfect it more.
Mm-hmm.
So they're still
Well, you got to do
experimenting.
something with your free time.
Even though the mental
Right?
hospitals shut down.
Yeah.
Bulldoze.
Those
Hey.
winters are long.
If you take enough of it, it can still be there for you.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so we have the Facebook.com/Brainstorm Podcast, Twitter.com/Brainstorm Pod, and the BrainstormPodcast.com are our additional websites. Dave, what do you have? I have some links here for your stuff.
3 minutes, that's what he has.
I'm just telling you, we got 3 minutes. But
Wrap it up. Do it fast.
Links for my stuff. Just my studio, really. Roman Empire Studios. I don't know.
Cool.
That's good enough.
Google
Check
it.
it out.
Oh,
Angela.
I think I see a Macintosh keyboard back there. So.
Oh, there's so many Macs
Mac
around
user.
here.
Yeah.
You're on a Mac right now. You're Skyping through a Mac. So.
Yeah, fucking
That's why
Macs.
the audio didn't work right.
Oh, shit. That was
Angela-
the Focusrite. The Focusrite would fuck
Angela's stuff. We're plugging Angela's stuff now.
I'm participating in a craft sale in a couple
Plugging
weeks. I'm
Angela's
selling
stuff.
my fucking photo cards and fucking postcards and fucking photo prints and shit.
There's just cards that say fucking.
Yeah, I'm gonna graduate to like my photos with the quote, snarky quote on the top, like "I fucking miss you" or whatever. See if people buy it.
I fucking miss you. I like that.
Yeah, sorry, I was an asshole.
Nice. Gumby stuff.
Really good restaurant opened up in Regina. It actually opens tomorrow.
What's it called?
Luna.
Okay, Luna. Regina residents, check it
yep.
out.
Sweet.
And
All 10 of you.
check out. We played him three episodes in a row, but definitely check out
Frog
Leo
Leap.
Frog
Yeah.
Leap Studios.
Okay, Renee.
Nothing.
Leo.
Nothing.
All right.
Oh, no, that's my new brand. Nothing. No.
No. Okay, well, shit. And I have my Facebook page, The Hardcore Skeptic, and I've got my other podcast with my son, Classic Comics Review, though we haven't put out a new episode in a while. And
You'll get to it.
That's where we're going to end everything. So check out brainstormblog.net. How much time we got?
Minute 20.
All right, I can say this fast. Get bonus content, full-length ad-free episodes, and other bonuses by becoming a patron at patreon.com/brainstormpodcast, just like Daryl, Will, Rob, Nathan, Destin, George, Stephanie, and Janet. You can join us from the next live broadcast by following on Spreaker. Just enter Brainstorm Podcast into the Spreaker search bar, or you can go to our website, brainstormblog.net, and check out the live show page and the upcoming events page. Remember to rate us and write a review on iTunes or Stitcher, and hit that subscribe button. If you leave a review, then let us know. And remember to tell us where you are from so we can find out which story your iTunes review is in. Thanks, Dave, for our intro music. Thanks to Alex Capper-Murdoch for doing the voiceover and for our intro and some of our ads. Thanks to Jason Camo for our outro music. You can find his stuff at aloststateofmind.com. All music played is either with permission or under the SOCAN license to play. For more information on SOCAN, you can check out the music license info on our website, brainstormblog.net. T-shirt, mugs, and other cool shit is available at cafepress.ca/brainstormpodcast gear. And we love to hear from you, so email us at mail@brainstormblog.net. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
We just wanted to say thanks to everyone who listens to us, shares the show, gives us a rating on iTunes or Stitcher, or supports us through Patreon and Gumroad. We don't have a lot of interaction sometimes with our listeners, but what we have had proves that we attract some of the best people around. Smart, kind, and cool. An audience truly worthy of the titles hardcore and woo-free. Thanks for helping us make the world a smarter place.
This is an opinion-based podcast. Each person on the podcast is responsible for their own opinions, and those opinions don't necessarily reflect the views of the rest of the panel. Any guests or anyone associated with the people on the podcast, such as spouses, partners, children, other family members, friends, or employers. No one person speaks for the podcast, with the possible exception of Corey, and he doesn't speak for anyone else on the show. The Brainstorm podcast does not represent the views of our sponsors.